making Jamaican style turned cornmeal for my husband, and these are the basic ingredients. So on the cutting board we have some chopped green onions and spicy peppers, whatever spicy peppers you like. I am using habaneros today. And of course I have my skillet heating, and I have cornmeal, olive oil, some thyme. You can use real butter or country crock or butter substitute, whatever you like, and then salt and pepper. So here we go. First things first, I add just a little bit of olive oil, and I don't measure. I just do it based on, I don't know, what I feel like. All right, I kind of toss this around the skillet, just, you've seen it done a million times. You just want to spread the oil around. And then I just wait for it to heat up a little bit. Then I add some butter. Probably about a tablespoon or a tablespoon and a half of butter, depending on how much cornmeal you want to make. I'll give that a minute to melt. All right, so now it's beginning to sizzle up a little bit. This is good. All right. And then I just take my ingredients that I have chopped up here, and I add them. And I just allow those to, you could call it sweating down or sizzle down, whatever you want to call that. That's going to happen here. If you have fresh thyme, you can add fresh thyme. I have bottled thyme today. So just sprinkle a little bottled thyme in. I put a little black pepper, probably a lot for some people. And I do add a couple shakes of salt. All right, give that a few more seconds. And you can kind of look at your vegetables in the pot and see how that's going. And when it's at the texture that you like it, texture for me is how crunchy it is or how soft it might be. So I don't want it super, super soft. So right about now, I add water. And again, your water is, the amount of water you add is going to depend on how much of this fluffy cornmeal you want to make. So now I wait until it boils and I can actually cover it and just allow it to boil for just a minute. All right, so you don't want this to get to a full bubble, but you can see there are little bubbles in there. And I just kind of shake and add as I stir. I should turn the temperature down more to like a low instead of high, because you don't want this stuff to pop on you at all. You kind of just blend and incorporate the water and the cornmeal until you get to a texture, thank you babe, that you and whoever you're making it for is going to like. So I think that's enough. Bear with, we're remodeling, so don't have my oven mitt right now. Impromptu video. Alright. So you see how my cornmeal is sliding in the pot? That's that little bit of olive oil that allows it to move around while you get it cooked. And it definitely helps that if you're in a ceramic coated or a non-stick pot, that, you know, it won't burn. If it ever gets stuck on your spoon or your ladle or your spatula, just use a fork or a spoon, butter knife, whatever. Scrape it off. And resume your stirring. Once I've stirred it sufficiently, all I do, scrape off the excess, and I just spread it out and cover it and allow it to simmer for a minute or so. And depending on how efficient your stove is, you can actually turn it off at this point, but I am going to leave it on low just for about 2 to 3 minutes, and that's it. Turn cornmeal impromptu.